Survival, crafting, base building, farming, all within a factory and with automation, and it's also multiplayer, and it's also out now. It's Commonhood. And it's really interesting, by the way, that this is not a post-apocalyptic game by any means. Typically in these types of survival games, it's the end of the world or a zombie apocalypse, but no. Commonhood is a game that is all about, well, building relationships with people to build things to sell for money and more. Well, today's episode is sponsored by the makers of Commonhood as well, and you can get it with the link down below in the description. I've not yet played this game multiplayer, but I'd be quite interested in seeing how everybody works together, as in this game we have to survive in a factory and work with other people, as I mentioned, to specialize in many different things. Like, for example, one character being a farmer, another person trying to use their carpentry skills to sell furniture to locals in order to try to make some money to make ends meet on things they can't make themselves. Well, times are tough in this world and in ours, so let's enjoy a little bit of the story of Commonhood. We'll be getting started with the story, but there's also an endless sandbox mode, where you can play alone, of course, or multiplayer, which is an extension of that sandbox mode, too. So thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to all you new subscribers. Thanks for smashing the like button and hanging out. Let's enjoy our first look now at the full release of the story mode of Commonhood. Let's go. I didn't choose to leave my home, but I also didn't choose to start from scratch. I always thought that everything was going to be alright, that this kind of thing didn't happen to people like me. After my dad passed, I found no way to pay back the hospital bills. Nobody seemed to care. They were ready to take everything away. I needed to find a new start and to build something they could not touch. And I didn't want to depend on them anymore. I couldn't leave my home before seeing the place my parents both worked. This factory fills the memories of my childhood, but it has been abandoned for years now. I found out that I wasn't the only one attracted to the factory, though. I suppose a proper introduction is necessary.
I never thought that I would come back to this place. That it would become my new home. You showed me how to make things with my own hands. Insisted that it was important somehow, in case I ended up alone. I guess you were right. But I haven't found myself alone. So many others have also been left behind. And although everyone here has a different vision of what this place could become, we all agree that just surviving is not enough. We want to build something beautiful.
Oh, here we are. Is that the truck door open? Oh no, it's our objectives in the upper right corner. Welcome to new tutorial, and we're also low on power. Well, we're just getting started, so... There's the truck from the cutscene, so we must have driven to the factory. I think we're on the western side of it. Our goal now to talk to Ash, Rhett, and Mo. Got our backpack here with nothing in it. We came here with literally nothing. We can make frames and blueprints, and our mission is to introduce ourselves. There seems to be already some people living in the factory. Might be a good idea to talk to them. Yeah. Community, we've met nobody so far, and look at that research. Now, this is what's going to be interesting about this, is that the people they want us to talk to are former electricians, or they're people who currently, or, well, formerly in their hobbies possibly were farmers, or, you know, gardening and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, ecology, like right here, they could be people who can help us to grow food and have farmer markets, and also carpenters and people who might be able to work machines. And so we might be able to eventually start selling things for money and making ends meet and buying things that we can't necessarily get here, or that we can't afford without doing the whole farmer's market, that kind of thing. Better than, you know, panhandling and that type of thing, as we can rely on each other rather than kind of random odds. Lots of things to research, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else was there? Contracts, too. So it looks like we'll be able to possibly get contracts in the neighborhood to provide somebody with like a bunch of chairs or something like that. Oh, hi. Hello. Are you Mo? Oh, how do I talk to you? Oh, left click. Oh, sorry. Hi, Mo. Oh, what are you doing here? Did they kick you out as well? Oh, our name is Nikki. All right, we're the main character then. Yeah. I didn't know where to go. Many people have passed through this place. Make yourself at home. Your plan. Plan? Yeah. You don't plan to stay here forever, do you? I don't know. Well, my advice is you make yourself useful. I'm more of a farmer myself. Anyway, you might want to ask Ash. Talk to Ash. I'm Mo, by the way. Thanks, Mo. So Mo is kind of a farmer type. Cool. Thank you. Well, this factory does not look that bad, actually. It's a little rundown, as you'd imagine. I like the art style, too. It reminds me a bit of maybe Firewatch, but it looks a little different, but it gives me the same vibe as that. And yeah, there's our truck from the intro cutscene, so that must be Rhett right there. Hello. Aren't you too young to be in the streets already? I'm 20. Oh, that's still pretty young. Well, that's quite young. Are you a junkie or something? No. Relax, I'm just asking. How'd you end up here anyway? Oh, my dad used to work in this place before he passed away. What's going on here anyway? Well, sorry to hear about your dad. We're squatting this factory. Isn't that obvious? Squatting? Legally occupying this abandoned property. Legally? Well, it should be. No one is using this place and we don't have anywhere to go. I see. Do you mean everyone here is homeless? No, we don't call ourselves homeless. This is home. People come and go. We're like family. You are welcome to stay. Thanks. I don't have anywhere to go either. We know. You don't have to explain yourself. Welcome to the common. Oh, okay. Well, I take back what I said about the factory not being decrepit. There's literally holes in the roof and stuff, but you can see old gantries and things that they used to build whatnot. And there's, yeah, scraps all over the ground. Oh, look at this. Oh, here we have canned food, capacitors, and gasoline. I'm going to take some stuff and leave everything else for if we have a mission to do it. New tutorial on food storage. Oh, some things might actually go bad. There's going to be lots of tutorials. Lots of layers to this game, too, with little subtle nuances. Oh, yeah, lots of soil that we can get. Oh, cool. So that might be used for farming. Now, I believe this area here, since we played this before, is where we can actually build our own custom stuff. So within the factory, we can actually build, like, little greenhouses or manufacturing areas, automation and whatnot. So we can do anything from building chairs, somewhat partially manually or automatic with factory bots, or maybe even with the people. There might be ways to do that, too. Go ahead and chat with... well, this guy's not on our list, but it'd be interesting to talk to Alcott. Oh, hello. I guess you're new here, aren't you? What's going on? Oh, you should talk to Ash, Mo, and Rhett. They run things around here. Come back once you've been introduced. Okay. Well, this must be Ash. Let's walk her... Wait till she walks over here. Another one who fell through the cracks. Cracks? Wake up, girl. You're only here because they don't care about people like us. If you're not making enough money and keeping your mouth shut, you end up in a place like this. Amen, sister. Amen. Preach, Ash. Preach. Well, that's not my story. My dad passed away and I lost the house. I couldn't pay the hospital bills. Exactly. Get yourself together. Everyone here is making themselves useful. I see that you have a tent. Why don't you place that somewhere? You will need to sleep. We'll talk again later. The common. Where have I heard that word before? There must be a way to explore this place. I still have memories of my parents used to bring me here when I was a kid. But it looks so different now. Perhaps I should set up a temporary shelter here. See what I can find. I'll go ahead and unpack some of the things I brought. I'm sure that table saw will be useful. Oh, we did bring some things. In the back of the truck, I would assume. Alright, we gotta get, whoa, we're getting a lot of stuff. Cool. Anything in the truck? There is! Oh no, now it's just magically in our backpack. Now we have a tent, some money. Wow, we have 400 bucks. Not much, honestly. Gas generator, table saw. Okay, so that was in the truck. I guess we just didn't have to come back to get it. But we'll pretend that we did. Let's just see if there's anything else. No, okay. Alright, so now we can set up a table saw in our tent. I think we could set that up anywhere outside of this area. Or maybe not. So, let's go ahead and find a place to lay down for the night. If and when needed. Oh, there we go. So, we don't want to put it here, do we? It's the only place we can. Okay. So this will be our living quarters, so we can kind of start small. So this is our living and working area. I like how they lay it out so clearly. Just basically letting you know where you should build. So we'll maybe build over here in the corner. Right in the corner. There we go. Alright, boy, this game has a hell of a lot of detail to it. We can pack or inspect the tent. Owner is me. I think this is for multiplayer where you can assign it to other people. Or let someone borrow it. Okay, we have a gas generator too. That'll be perfect for the table saw. Need to find some fuel, which we did in one of those boxes already. Let's throw the... I'd hate to put it over next to this guy's tent. We'll maybe put it over here by this... and we'll put it here next to this little pillar. Now, let's see. Rotate like that. Perfect. And let's attach that to the table saw. A little bigger than I was expecting. There we go. Perfect. I think it just has to be within range. Now we're getting started. In a nice way. We also have Dad's books. Some of the books you took from Dad's collection, they cover a wide range of topics. Reading them might teach you various techniques. Oh. We can develop skills through reading. That's very survivally, isn't it? That's a serious table saw. Where'd you get that? My dad's, or was, one of the few things I could get in the truck after the eviction. Oh, do you work with wood? Well, my dad taught me. We used to build furniture in our garage. I see. That could be really handy here. Really? How? Well, could you cut some 4x4s out of some raw lumber? I guess. What do you need them for? I've been trying to start a farming operation, but I need some raised beds for farming as the place still has a lot of polluted soil. The 4x4s would be perfect to build planters. Okay, sure, I can help with that. Great. I need 40 4x4s. Oh, you got it. We need to get some wood, though. Let's go look around and see what we can find. Voila. Raw panels and raw lumber. So let's go ahead and take all that. I think we'll put that in our box there. Our little hot... What do you call it? Hot bar? Hot bar, yeah. The box in our hot bar. Now, since we're going to be producing stuff soon, we might want to grab gasoline, too, for the table saw, or for the generator. And let's look around a little bit more before we start our job. So, this is all for soils. That might be needed for those beds afterwards. We could talk to that guy, too. Alcott? Let's go up here and see what's around, though. Seems like a really good idea to walk around and look at stuff as soon as we can. We'll do that in a little while, but it looks like each floor of this place, yeah, it does have multiple wood storage areas, so each of these floors has some leftover stuff that might possibly have wood or screws or nails or something, and we might need to find that in order to build. let's look around a little bit more on the first floor. And we'll chat with this fine gentleman, too. This might be a good spot for farming here. It's also in the light, and it might possibly rain. Love the look of this place, too, the volumetric fog like that. Whenever I see that in games, I immediately always think of Silent Hill. For the PlayStation 1 and for the playing Silent Hill 2. It was crazy how cool that game was. They did it to try to hide the, the PS1 not being able to detail and showcase all the landscapes, but here it's like totally different. I love it. Looks like we can clear debris to get out there. This is going to be a new area we can open up. I can see it out there too. There looks to be an area where we can build something so we can expand outside. The crane obviously offline. Some water there. Oh, ant farmer. Oh, deer. There's a deer. This used to be a remarkable place. It once gave jobs to hundreds of people. Now it's just a shelter for wildlife. This sinkhole made the whole factory collapse. The accident killed several people. It was the cause for the whole factory to go bankrupt 15 years ago. It was all over the news. Probably heard about it. What's with the masks? Is this place toxic or something? No. They belong to the people that used to work here. Should ask the others. Strange. Did you used to work here, sir? So this hole, which looks like it's filled with grass and stuff now, broke open, and I guess somehow the factory maybe it killed people, so that's probably why it closed. It was a safety hazard now. Yeah, and it actually brought the roof in with it, so I was imagining maybe toxic gases or something, or maybe toxic soil beyond what they were mentioning. More wood is needed. Good. Lots of lore. We'll find out more about that soon. There's a gas can down there. Gasoline, nice. And more right here. We don't have a flashlight or anything, so it's kind of hard to see, so let's go back up top. So I'm assuming we'll be able to get across there somehow. Maybe we can get the crane to put something in place so we can access that side. Maybe we could turn it into an orchard. Maybe we can grow some more plants over there where the soil is fertile. There's a food cellar here too. Let's put some of the food in there. That's going to be our goal then, is to try to help out Mo with the farming, so that way we can then make more food for everybody. So let's get to work. So we need to make 40 4x4s. So how do we exactly order that? No recipe selected. Let's fuel the generator. Oh, it's 94%. Oh, it actually is slowly draining, even though we haven't actually turned it on. Fuel remaining for 90 hours. Oh, we're tired now. You're getting tired. Oh, okay. I guess it's time to sleep, and we'll do that tomorrow. Well, let's see if we can make anything. Nah, we can't. Alright, let's take a nap, and we'll get started first thing. Let's see. Sleep. Good night. A little bit. Alright, well, good morning. After a good night's sleep, it's time to make those 40 4x4s, so let's do it. Okay, so we got to put our wood in there, but first we got to select a recipe, so the 4x4 column should do. Let's take the wood and pop that in there. We got 1 raw lumber to make each of those, so should be able to make up to 40, so let's go ahead and get cracking. Nice! Well, let's take the... Actually, we'll leave the wood here, but we'll take the little beams with us. There we go. The 4x4 column should be pretty good that way. New tutorial, construction materials. Mo should be chatting with us here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, just the man I wanted to see. Very nice. Woodworking. Where did you learn that? Let me guess. Your dad again? Yeah, I was always hanging out with him in the garage. We built a treehouse together. Oh, that's a nice project to learn. Now, I can get started on my farming operations. You want to help me out? Absolutely. Alright, here's the blueprints I've been following. Do you think you can build a planter? Shouldn't be a problem. You'll need 4x4s and soil that you can find scattered around. On it. Well, we found that soil before by the entrance when we came in, so let's grab some of that. 200 of it, that'll do. And then we also had a little water bottle over here, which might be... Yep, it's empty, so we might be using that for watering next. Okay, so now to build the planter. So this is kind of where this game shines, reminding me a bit of Lego, like when you're building a Lego, system or playset or whatever you want to call it. You have to put things together in a specific order for this, but eventually... when it comes to automation, the robots will kind of copy whatever you've done. So there's like a recording mode where you can build stuff like what we're about to do. Then you can save it as a blueprint, and then you can feed it back to a machine too for certain things. Oh dear. All right, let's go ahead and see how this works. So blueprint, we're going to make our planter up here in the corner. Then we need to put the wood down. So let's go ahead and make this into the corners here. So that's kind of how it goes. So you basically pick a starting point and a direction, and then it'll fill it in for the blueprint anyway. And then just basically repeat the same thing on the other side. 3 high on this. And then same into the corner. Alright, now soil's a little trickier from what I remember. They want us to make a column, but what we truly want to do is like dig upwards and then out towards the corner. Like that. So basically we fill the whole thing in. Here's Mo to tell us more. Hey Mo. All done. Ah, you have some nice crafting skills. Thanks. I enjoy building things with my hands. Helps me to forget how I ended up here. Listen, everyone has a story like yours. This kind of thing is happening to everyone. Yeah, it still hurts. Sure does, but farming can be really helpful to heal. I can see that. So what can I do? Let's start by planting some potato seeds and watering them. Use the planter you built. Here are some seeds. You can always talk to Cedric in the back. He's always collecting seeds and is Oh, this is the guy who's in the gas mask. Talking about the end of the world and stuff. I'm sure he could sell you some. Well, thank you. Alright, so now our task is to get water. I think we can fill these up, maybe? See how that works. Okay, next goal then is to also chat with Alcott over here and see what he can do for us. I think this is our salesman who will basically sell things to the outside world for us once we're done, or at least getting started. Hey, kiddo! Now we can finally have a proper introduction. My name's Alcott. Hey, Alcott, I'm Nikki. You seem to have a lot of interesting junk here. Junk? Nothing is junk if you find a use for it. Are you looking for something? Oh, maybe. Can I see what you have? Sure. Everything is for sale. If you find something interesting, or even better, if you build something, I can probably get a good price for it. Get a good price? I go to the flea market every week to trade. I can sell things you bring to me. Look, these have been selling really good lately, but I'm a bit too old to keep building them. Use the blueprints to make chairs, and I'll buy them from you. Ah, so now we can make some money. Okay, so now we have the chair recipe, and we can also buy some other things possibly needed for that recipe, but I think it just takes wood that we can make at the saw. So if we find more logs around, we can basically turn that into the 4x4s, which will help us to make a chair. We can sell that back to our merchant here, Alcott, for money and or... Well, I guess we can also trade for money and then immediately trade for other things that we need, like wood glue or sandpaper, or a wooden crate. Cool. Thank you, sir. Alright, so now we gotta plant some seeds, but it's time for us to go get some water. So let's go ahead and see if we can find some over here at this big water thingy here. Water tank, get water. We can fill each of these. I think. We have 12 of these to fill. Empty container 0. Oh, we gotta put it at the end? Now we have 12 of these. Let's see. We needed to recognize that we have empty containers. Maybe we should be holding it. Let's try that. It's in our inventory now. Oh, that's not working either. Well, let's go to our handy dandy notebook and see what it's like to get water. Let's see. Missions, blueprints, debris. Let's go back to our backpack for our missions. Plant potato seeds. Introduce yourself. Oh, these are completed. And they want us to sell a chair. Well, I guess we can plant the seeds first and then get water, but that's where we go get it. Then we should be able to stack up a multitude of, I guess, little jugs in there in order to get water going. There's the potato seeds. Right here, please. 5. Plant patat. There we go. So we can essentially now copy and paste that recipe a few times. We have 4 more seeds, so I think it's 1 seed per planter. We could plant up to 5 of those to begin with, unless we happen to find more or buy more somewhere. We do start with a bit of money, so there is a chance that we could find some seeds somewhere. But now it is our goal to water those seeds. Alright, now water them. So it looks like we have to take an empty jug, hit fill, and then we get a full jug, but it's not letting us take it. Oh, do we have to take it from here? Oh, I see. Okay, so it has to be in our backpack. That's a little different. Alright, so be mindful of that when you go to fill your jugs, that it can't be in the hotbar and you can't drop it here. You can just hit fill and it'll convert it from empty to full, which is kind of the opposite of what I was expecting to basically put it into a little thing like with the table saw. So that's cool. A little different than what we expected, but it works. But now we do want to put it back in the hotbar so we can actually farm with it. So let's do that. Back to 4. And boom, all done. So now we can water it a few more times, probably once per day. So we'll be good on that. All right, time to make a chair. So we have our chair blueprint. So let's go ahead and convert from the planter to the chair. Put our blueprints down here. And we'll take the rest of the stuff for farming. We'll keep it on like the right side there. Just like that. Thanks for the help. Those potatoes look perfect. We'll need a lot more though. Yeah, I see this farming is hard work, but I like it. And me too. I really enjoy seeing something grow. Mo, can I ask you something personal? Yes, Nikki. How did you end up here? Well, it's a long story. Maybe for some other time. Sure. Why don't we set up a large farm to feed everyone? Then we could eventually sell our produce in a farmer's market. I like that. Count on my help. Well, 2 birds with 1 stone on that one. We can now grow food for everybody in the camp and also sell it to Alcott at the farmer's market, although he will probably buy more stuff for chairs. More money from chairs. Alright, this time around, let's get 80 wood. And we'll start with that. And we'll make a chair. So the chair blueprint. Pretty easy. You can see all the components there that you'll need, or sections to building it. So we have 4 sections of 4x4. So that's all we really need. So up to the top, building the back of the chair, and the legs, and then just the area to sit. Oh. And then we just fill it in. And finish the backrest. Perfect. That's a job done. Now we should be able to collect the chair. I think. There we go. And we can sell it to Alcott. Hello, sir. Buying something or selling? Let's do a sell. I want to sell. How do we sell to? Sell tab, drag. 60 bucks? That's pretty good, actually. Nice. We make a lot of money off those chairs, so every time we make one, it's like 60 bucks. Let's go chat with that other guy. He might want money for the seeds now. So our goals now are to expand upon the planters and make some more money from various jobs, although I have no idea where that guy went now. Ah, he's gone. Alright, well, we'll have to find him sometime soon. Let's go back up. What's in here? Bricks or anything? Oh, we actually have to clear it. Okay. So there's something under here. We can spend a little bit of time digging out each of these sections at the cost of energy. And we can also do the same back there, too, where the area's been a little bit destroyed. You can kind of see there's an area back there. Okay. Let's go ahead and check our missions, then. Oh. Like a little piece of wood there. Okay, mission time. Everything's done for now. Unless we can get another blueprint. Let's go chat with Mo. Oh, Rhett's here. Let's talk with Rhett. Hello. Hey, Nikki, how can I help you? Oh, nothing. Alright, let's talk to Alcott about contracts. Nothing in the contract so far. I can sell items you make in the flea market. I'll take anything you can make out of raw wood on the table saw. If you build some stuff from blueprints, I'm sure I can get a good price. I wish I could offer you more things to sell, but I don't have a good way of moving around. If you could help me acquire a van, I could expand the available items in the shop. I'll set up a contract to keep track of your contribution towards vans. Contracts allow you to achieve larger goals over time. Here we go. So now we can take the contract for buy a van. That's going to cost us 3,500 bucks. We get van keys. Cool. So we can actually get a van for Alcott and then make even more money. So right now he's like probably going down to the flea market with a wheelbarrow or something. So it'll take a few times making a chair. Let's chat with Mo now. Hands on now. Let me know how I can help. Could you make a bunch of chairs for us? Alright, everybody doesn't really seem to know how to help us at the moment. Oh, looks like we're getting sleepy now. 9:03 p.m. already. Alright, let's sleep for another day. Here we go. Having a little chat with Mo. Alright, so that time we crafted a bunch of objects. So that's basically the wood that we needed to make the planters and the chair. Mo is cold. Alright, well, we'll need to see what we can do about that. Anything outside? What's our current objective? Everything's completed down here, so that's good. Let's go back up top. Now I want to look around for more things, so if Mo is cold, we might be able to find a heater, maybe some firewood that we can make and put into that campfire that's in the center there. Lots of little things we can pick up. Luckily, I don't think we can get encumbered in this game. It's only about inventory being full. So, and these stockpiles here mean that we don't necessarily have to make like storage benches. We can kind of just store things up here where there are already things. So, might be a good idea to store likewise materials up here. Ah, look at all that stuff. We got ourselves some resistors and canned food, fuel. Very nice. Well, now I think we should look around and start being a little loot goblin, because every single thing that we can find is going to help us to, yeah, look at that, new blueprint, help us to make more money. So if they're willing to pay a bunch for a chair, imagine how much they're willing to pay for a table. Looks like we just got ourselves a saw blade as well. See, nothing there. Oh, we can actually break the wall too and expand the factory? Very nice. We can do a little expansion. Now we can always come back up here too, so one thing I want to see if we can do is actually take the little chest that we just saw and see if we can move it down to a different level of the factory. That'd be kind of cool to move storage around. Let's go to the end of the pathway. And what do we have here? Electric wires, some components and gears and things. Very nice. Cool, metal and whatnot. So all over the floor is plenty of building material. This is not just debris that we can, as Alcott said, it's not just junk. It's not something to decorate the ground with. It's actually useful. And so if we happen to find more and more debris, we can make something out of it, like that right there. Oh yeah, there's going to be lots of stuff around we can find. If you see anything on the screen, make sure you tell me what I missed. I know there's going to be a million things around. So if there was something valuable and we didn't check it or if we missed it, just let me know down below. Looks like we got some more seeds now. Wow, we can plant up to 44 potato seeds? Jeez. So we can make boxes for a while, but there's got to be easier ways to do this. I don't think it's all about just making 44 planters by hand. But a cool thing is we can also make that table now, and we can put the planters on top of that, I believe. So we might be able to make a nice little greenhouse where everything's on a table, minus the whole, you know, house part. Let's see what we can do if we start scooping up stuff. Oh, it looks like supplies are dropping out of that. Imagine that. And it doesn't seem to be taking any of our energy. Now, I'm not really sure on the upper right corner what exactly these numbers mean. Like in terms of, I see the 100 there. Is that for water? Oh, I saw you digging into the debris. Are you looking for something? Well, I thought I could use the space for farming or even building some structures. Who's going to do all that? Well, I will, I guess. Maybe some people might want to help later? Good luck with that. People don't have much energy for hope around here. You are a Debbie. Are you sure your name's not Debbie Ash? Okay, you're Debbie Downer. You're Debbie Debris Downer. Okay. Look, go ahead and clear all the debris. It can't hurt to have some more space here. Such negative attitude. So in multiplayer, then we could get a friend to help us out with this, and we could work together to have one person working the table saw, another person clearing and gathering materials. A team effort, if you will. Lots and lots of stuff to clean up. So this is going to take several days. It's already like 1 p.m. By the time we're done here, it'd probably be nighttime. So every day is a strategic investment in what we do. So we'll be able to turn this into like a construction area where we can build more advanced things. We can take the table saw over here and start making frames for homes. We can do a little bit of prefab where we're doing framing of windows and doors and then shipping those out on a truck for homes or businesses that might take the, you know, common types of measurements. All right, a couple more to go. Let's see what happens when we clean the area up. Now, this whole start of the game is a lot of just kind of what you would expect for this type of game. You talk with a lot of people, gather a lot of basic materials, clear a lot of area, and spend a few days kind of exploring and finding all sorts of materials that are around and how things work. And there certainly is a lot of tutorial, isn't there? I mean, there's just crazy amounts of information on everything from missions to blueprints, debris, crafting, power. I wouldn't recommend reading everything at the start. It'll just be it'll prevent you from really experiencing the fun of the game from the very beginning, but always a good referential guide that you can go to whenever you really start to dig into those things, for lack of a better term. Ash, come on, I'm making a joke here. Don't try to take my thunder. Get off the screen, ma'am. Alright, cool. Geez, that was hard. I see you don't give up easy, huh? I don't give up on any... I don't have anything else to do. I might as well make something out of this. Maybe I underestimated you. Why are you here anyway? Nostalgia, I guess? My parents used to bring me here when I was a kid. I thought maybe I could find the place where they used to work. Do you know where I can find the administration wing? Administration wing? Not really, no. But listen, you're going to be poking around. Be careful. People ended up in this place for all sorts of reasons. Not everyone's so friendly. Are there more people here? People come and go. I've seen people on on the other side of the sinkhole. I see. Well, thanks for the advice. Is there anything else I can help with? Well, we've been talking about building a planter machine. Maybe you can help with that. Now that we have this space, we can improve our workshop. Oh, we can build a workshop now. I see. I think I might need to build this metal workbench first. With that, I'll have the tools to build other machines. Sure. Do what you need to do. Well, thanks. Alright, so now we're going to make a planter, so that way we can form wood even more into different types of sizes and things. So cutting wood and turning it into different objects. And eventually turning those objects into even more objects, so that's pretty good. We can't put any fire in the barrel there. But now we can move our stuff if we want to the larger area, but I think it's okay here. I think we're all good. Anything else here? Yeah, there's plenty of things to peek at. Mounds of dirt, though, we know we can find soil there. We'll leave those. So, how do we make the planter? Let's see. Who is pushing? Jeez, Ash. Alright, we need to find a planter recipe. That might actually be from Alcott. He might be able to help us. Oh, we can buy the machine from him, I think. A vise, metal tools, electric tools, welding torch, and scrap metal. We don't have a blueprint for what we're looking for, so we'll just have to kind of... Oh, look at that robot part. Ooh. Yes, the automation will be here soon. All the robots will be working for us. It'll be perfect. Absolutely. All right, let's try to build a table then. Maybe we can sell that. Table and chairs. Wow, we got like 60 wood columns now. Very nice. Okay. Other side of the table now. Oh, boy. Oh, I think we're going to be short on panels. Okay, we're going to have to make that. That's going to go right over the top. Yeah, we need to make a 1-inch panel, which I think is what the planner is for. Planner? Well, that's why the universe throws so many good parties, because they plan it, to be honest. Alright, let's stack these up. Actually, we can sort. Nice sort button down there to stack everything and organize it by something. Maybe it's alphabetical? No. But it's a little more organized than it was. Better than she was, and that's what's important. Alright, what else can we make at the table saw? We can unlock a few things. 2x2 columns, 4x8s. A hot tub. Not a time machine. A beer station? Okay, and a wooden crate. Wow. Yeah, the crates. Those are the things that we were going to try to bring down here from upstairs, but I'm sure there's a few more things to look out for. Alright, one last thing. I want to see what might be through here. Oh, we need a pickaxe for that. Okay. Can't squeeze through or whatnot, but see what looks to be a letter in there? Oh, no, it's just the edge of the tent. Wait. Oh, we can see who's actually sleeping here. Cool. Maybe we can give our people better housing over time. We can go from the tents to actual little shacks or something. Or maybe, more importantly, like down here, we could convert this into like a little house or a room. So we could build like a little square building, put a roof on it, maybe give it corrugated walls, and then put a couple of beds in here, and at least people won't have to sleep in their own tents anymore. It'd be a subtle upgrade from what we had before. Another good area to plant down here. To build, I should say. Planting up above, housing down below, workshop area here. This all would be good options for us. And lots of space. Not to mention, we might be able to build a stairwell up here. If we build scaffolding up here, we might be able to do larger projects where in the demo for this game, they showcase a lot of cool things with the robots where we can build multi-story buildings in terms of like building a kind of like a prefabbed container home, except like the interior for it. Or at least that's how I remember it. Basically making a little house with like stairs and things like that. Pieces that can be brought to a construction site and assembled. Very nice. Oh, potato, what's it at? Can we see? I want to see what its status is, but I guess we can't at the moment. Oh, a stockpile here would be perfect for certain things. Let's put the potatoes here. Water. Blueprint. Let's put the 1x1s here too. Or the 4. Oh, actually, those might still be on the saw. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the other stuff. Oh, do you need water again? Every day, I suppose. Empty water jug. Oh, we have 4 empty ones. We should have some full ones somewhere. We got over 12 of them, so that should be good. But we can always fill up the 4 that we have. That'll be good times. Very good indeed. Alright, we got a lot more to go. And a lot more to do. Are you trying to jimmy the lock on my truck, Ash? That's it, I'm out of here. I'm going to a Wendy's. Don't trust her at all. Well, folks, that is all the time we have today for our 1.0 first look release of Commonhood, available now on Steam. There's also a demo for this game, too, so if you want to give it a try, it is quite good, showing a little bit more of the content in the game that you can get at the very start. More of the sandbox mode, really. It's showing you all the options to build things and how the construction works, which is very appealing. The story, very interesting. The way that, and areas that you build, very cool, too. But the construction with the blueprints, being able to save that stuff and replicate it, very interesting, and I hope more survival games use systems like this where you can build your own stuff and then actually use it in the world or sell it for money, which is very satisfying how it all comes together. There should be a full live stream and other videos on Commonhood on the channel too, so if you'd like to see more, well, make sure you go ahead and check the channel. Otherwise, you can always check the description to get Commonhood today. Thanks again to the makers of Commonhood for sponsoring today's video, and thanks to you guys for jumping in. I hope to see you all soon for more of this and many other videos on the channel. We'll see you all soon, and make sure you check out the live stream for more on Commonhood. Thanks for dropping in. Goodbye, buddy.